Professor Neil Sharples has spent a fair chunk of his life investigating the world of Iron Age hill forts. Which is extremely helpful because all I can see is a very large field.
Well, for the visitor, though, you do have to use quite a lot of imagination.
I think if you have a look at this I brought with me, it'll give you a better impression of what it might have looked like in the past. So, press that button there. Oh, look,
this is
lovely.
It's an Iron Age iPad. And we can see in this picture the more sharply declined the walls and the ramparts and so forth.
Yes, they would be much more pronounced than they are now. I mean, what we're seeing is 2,000 years of gradually decay and accumulation.
So smoothing out.
So smoothing out, they would be sharp, well-defined. They could even have had timber walkways along the top.
The site was first occupied in the Stone Age, around 6,000 years ago. But it is the Iron Age people who moved in around 600 BC that built the amazing fort we see today. Maiden Castle was a seat of power, rich in local resources and safe in the knowledge that it was the biggest, baddest hill fort around. This was the good life, Iron Age style. But according to Neil, there might have been a darker side to this good life. More than 80 years ago, a body was dug up here, and there was something very unusual about the burial.
So this is one of the trenches that was excavated in the 1930s. And at the bottom of this pit, there's a burial of a young male, probably 20 to 30, and he's sort of sitting up at the bottom of this pit.
Most of the admittedly tiny number of Iron Age burials we know about were laid in a fetal or crouching position, not sitting upright. Neil thinks the location of the body is also highly significant.
About 350 BC, they decided they were going to expand and make Maiden Castle the biggest hill fort in the region.
Yeah.
But there's a huge ditch right in front of us. You wouldn't believe it now because it just looks like flat ground.
Yeah.
And it's actually 6 meters deep. There's this massive V-shaped ditch there. Yeah. And that was filled in, and then they built this new rampart along here.
And that new rampart is exactly where they buried the body.
Clearly, this is some kind of deliberate sacrifice to mark the construction of this new event, this expansion of the hill fort.
But you think that this could be a sacrifice, a human sacrifice? Can you tell how this guy died?
No, sadly, there's no evidence for that. You could do a lot of things to a body without making any mark on the skeleton.
So this could have been a sacrifice to mark the fort's expansion, like the mayor laying the cornerstone of a new building project, but with added supernatural oomph. Was it to persuade the gods to make it stronger, or to protect from enemy attack?